Hi everyone, so this is probably one of my #1 requested celebrity looks, which is Olivia Wilde. I don't think I look exactly like her. I think I tend to get compared to her because of the jaw structure. So this is probably, yeah, my #1 requested look. So also, please feel free to comment below on any other future tutorials you'd like to see from celebrities. I'll also provide a thumbnail for the look I picked out of Olivia Wilde. She's worn a number of looks, so it was really like hard to decide on a solid look Olivia has worn. Anything that was too neutral, that kind of just looked like her without makeup, I decided not to do a tutorial on, because that's kind of just a no makeup look. And I've already done a few of those. So I hope that you enjoy this one. Of course, obviously I'll put the thumbnail for the look I picked, and thanks for watching. Now to get started, I've already applied Too Faced Shadow Insurance all over my eyes up to the brow bone, directly under the brow bone, and a little bit of clear gel brow set. Now I'm going to be taking a little bit of Tarte EmphasEYES waterproof eyebrow pencil, and mine is in Taupe. Now her eyebrows are very arched, kind of similarly to mine. Sometimes I make them a little softer, depends on the look I'm going for. But considering Olivia Wilde doesn't really have a soft eyebrow, we're just gonna go ahead and recreate her eyebrows. So we're just going to start right there at the arch. Definitely emphasize that, which is something I really don't emphasize on myself, even though I have that arch. And we're just going to continue to pencil in very lightly. Now I'm going to be taking a little bit of MAC's Charcoal Brown. It's a matte shadow, but any sort of soft, smooth brown color will do. And we're just going to be taking an angled brush. And I'm going to start in the center of the arch where I want the majority of the emphasis, and then just start feathering it out. And just lightly stroking to keep it as natural as can be. Now I'm going to be taking a little bit of the Stila Perfecting Concealer, same as I did for Elizabeth Taylor. It's very much like the same thing. I used all the same products, it just sort of played with the brow shape for each celebrity. And I tried to keep it something that I could wear out without it looking like I was recreating it. So I just kept them satisfactory to my face. And then just place that under the brow. And above the brow. It's kind of fun to play with brow shapes when you're playing with different looks. Sometimes a strong brow goes well with one look. Now, like I'd already said before we did the brows, that the Too Faced Shadow Insurance was already on. That way when we stenciled in the eyebrows, it would just go on very smooth and not muddy or go down too far. So now I'm going to be taking a little bit of MAC's Orb, which is just that sort of matte peachy color. There's a good affordable duplicate of this shadow in the Wet n Wild Vanity palette. A good high-end version is the Too Faced Nude Scene. So I'm just going to go ahead and buff that onto the lid and a little into the inner tear duct, and very importantly on the brow bone. I'm just going to kind of paddle that into the crease. Now the Naked palette is a great thing to have, or any neutral palette if you have the Too Faced Naked, the Too Faced Neutral, or even NYX Nude on Nude. This is sort of a great baby to have if you are always kind of doing neutral looks or celebrity look-alike looks. For this particular look she's wearing, it's very smogged out. I really love that about this look. It was sort of the more look I saw kind of going back and forth between all the looks she has worn. So I'm going to start off actually to recreate this with a matte brown, and we're going to start off with Buck. and that is this color right here in the center. It's kind of like MAC's Wedge, so if you have that or you prefer MAC items, you're totally free to take what you like. I have no qualms with anyone's makeup collection, so we're just going to start in the outer corner. And just sort of start buffing that in the shape that she has it on, and I'll have the thumbnail of the look I'm redoing in case you're curious as to see what picture I went off of. But we're just going to start pedaling that into the crease. Sort of our foundational layer for the whole look, if you will. And I'm just going to start buffing that out. Get it nice and sultry. Alright, that's what we have going on so far. Now we're going to move down to Smog. Because this is such a strong kind of hazelnutty, walnutty, shimmery shadow, I wanted to sort of get the shape going first. So we're just going to go in with Smog now. And we're just going to start in the outer corner and start bringing that in. If I'm looking over to the side, I have a picture of Olivia Wilde's look. So just, I think it's weird if I keep kind of drifting into the side. And I'm just going to sort of rotate my brush. Bring that in along Buck. If it goes a little above it, that's okay too. Her look, it doesn't really have like a barrier. It's just very smoky, but it's soft. So once you're done accomplishing the crease, then if yours is anything like mine, I'm going to go back with Orb and just sort of pat out the crease. Mine I need to go over a few times. But it's better than having a straight line in the middle of your eye. I'm very slow moving with my crease because I don't like it to look like I have a stripe in the center of my lid. Other than that, this look should be very easy. Now, just so the center of the tear duct does have something to stick onto, we're just going to take NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Cottage Cheese. It's just a very iridescent white. I like it a lot because it's a very sort of, comes off more natural since it's luminous. If you're going for like a highlight. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of Virgin, which is just that shimmery champagne color. Any shimmery champagne-esque type color will do. MAC's Naked Lunch is a good dupe of Virgin, if you're curious. Now I just applied a little bit of Feline Kohl Power to the waterline and the lower lash line and a little into the tear duct. Then I took a little bit of MAC's Shadestick and Relax. This came out with Warm and Cozy and is since discontinued. But a good dupe of this is the Urban Decay's 24/7 Shadow Stick in Wasteland. Or you could take any sort of pencil. You could take the pencil that came with this kit. Take the black instead of Feline and then take this and then just smudge it out. I put a little bit of Smog on the lower lash line. And then I smudged Feline on top of the eyelid as well. And then I applied Kiss Lashes in number 1, which are just these very kind of natural lashes. All in all, I'd say my look is a bit smokier than the picture. But I think that's also because her crease is not as blended as mine is. You can choose to go more with that depiction or mine. The only real major thing that I pulled into it was a slightly more blended crease, and I think my eyelashes are a little fuller. Other than that, it's pretty much the same thing. Now I'm opting for matte skin, of course. With celebrities, it's kind of how I like to go. It's just more camera ready. Now I'm going to be taking a little bit of Max Harmony, sort of like a dusty chocolate color. A good high-end similar item would be Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. I'm going to start at the temples. I tried the Wet n Wild bronzers way back a long time ago. I thought they were pretty good. I'll have to give those another try. So I'm just going to start fluffing that into my hairline. And then we're just going to take the angle only about this far in, because I think it looks pretty natural, like right about there. Any further in and it starts looking like an artificial fishy face, so I like it right there. I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. stippling brush. It's pretty nice, kind of looks like the MAC 187. And we're going to be taking two blushes. I'm going to be taking a little bit of MAC's Buff, which is just this neutrally blush. I think it looks a lot like NYX Cinnamon, but I could be wrong. And then we're going to be taking a little bit of MAC's Hipness. And a really good dupe of MAC's Hipness is actually Illamasqua's Hussy. So we're going to be taking just a brown and a pink. I'm just kind of using these because I have them and I really don't want them to go to waste. Just sitting around in my drawer. So if I have the dupes, sometimes I do, and sometimes I still just go for whatever one, simply because I have a lot of it and I'm not using it. So we're just going to take that, sort of buff those together. Sort of doing my reverse strawberry technique. She's a little pinker right here, so we're just going to keep it pink right there and then just sort of buff it into the bronze. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of MAC's Chez Lame. Any sort of highlighty color will do. And we're just going to kind of buff that on underneath the eye. So we already had the chocolate, the sort of the reverse strawberry, and then a little bit of the cream.